uh, there's a handout pod on your screen. You can download the presentations from there. We're going to have 3 Q&A sessions today. If you have a question at any time during this webinar, during one of the sessions, just type in your question in that Q&A section, and we'll answer it during the Q&A. And once again, I'm going to be going over the online safety portal. A little bit about me. I'm the Director of Member Services for AFSA. I advocate our member benefits and services. I work to grow membership. I handle all of our recruitment and retention strategies, as well as management of the department staff. I also oversee our chapter relations with our 24 chapters that we have out there, our 4 state affiliates, as well as the development of new chapters. I graduated in 2008 from the University of North Texas and have a BBA in finance. Okay, at this point, I think we're ready to do the screen sharing. All right, give me 1 second. Just to let y'all know, this is the first time we've done this during a live webinar, so bear with us. Okay. All right, you should be able to see my screen now. This is our AFSA safety portal. It was developed in conjunction with Blue River Underwriters, who's our endorsed insurance provider, as well as York Risk Services Group. The URL is afsasafetyportal.com. There'll also be a tab on the AFSA website. This is the login screen. Obviously, you won't have a username or a password yet. Everyone that's on this call is going to need to register. So I'll go ahead and walk you through the registration process. Just ignore that. That's my Google Chrome automatically filling in stuff. Right here in the email, you'll put in your company email, the one you use for AFSA related business. You'll put in a password of your choosing, your first name, your last name, and then you'll select a user type. Once again, this was made in conjunction with our insurance program provider. So, you know, their agents are allowed to get in here. AFSA employees are allowed to get in here. For y'all, you're going to choose the policyholder/member option. When you select that option, you'll see a little prompt come up here down here. Policyholders obviously put in their policy ID. AFSA members will put their username, which is basically their email. That's your unique identifier. You're not going to put your member company ID in here. You're going to put in your member username. And for those of you that don't have that, it is a possibility. Basically what you'll do is, like, if someone had didn't have an email address in our database, they would get a notification down here that says invalid entry. And in that case, you just hit the help button, contact support, and you'll go ahead and put in your information, and we'll get you set up in our system. It's possible you may be with a member company, but you aren't assigned in our database to that member company. Speaking of the help portal section, let me show you. Obviously, there's the contact support. There's the opportunity to, if you do put in a valid email, you get sent a verification. If you don't get that verification, you can choose to resend the verification. But there's also some nice registration instructions that just are kind of a visual of what I'm telling you today. It just tells you, put in your email, your password, first name, last name. For AFSA members, you're not supplying your company member ID number. You're supplying your unique identifier, which is your member username, the email address that you use to access the AFSA website. If you don't know what that is, or if you don't currently have one, once again, reach out to us. We'll get you set up. As far as step 2, once you put in your registration information and click the send button, you'll get this little notice saying to check your email for an account verification link. When you check your email, you'll get a notification like this with a individualized link right here that basically you click on that and it's going to confirm that you are who you say you are, and that you do have control over that email address. And then the final step is just going in and selecting your industry, which is the American Fire Sprinkler Association, and selecting your state. If you are a member with businesses in multiple states, select your home office state or the state in which you're located, your branch is located, whatever. International users, we are Canada members or Mexico members, just select other as your state. You click Let's Go, and then it'll let you actually get into the portal at that point. All right, so let's go back to the home page. Okay, so we've got our login, we got our password, we verified our account. Now we can actually log into the portal. So once you come into the portal, you'll hit the home page first. There's four main tabs: Home, Browse, Links, and FAQ. On the home page, I'll walk you through that. There's up here at the top left, there's trending topics. So those are some of the trending topics in the industry, electrical safety, ladder safety, loss control, personal protection, toolbox talks, vehicle safety. And if you click on any of these, it'll pull up kind of the top 15 to 25 to 30 items under that category. That's not to say that this is all the things about ladder safety. There's more, but this is kind of the top ones that we identified that people are most likely to need. Same thing, personal protection. This is going to be the top things, and there's multiple pages of it that we've identified that we think you'll probably need, but it's not all there is about personal protection. We do have our toolbox talks in here. We developed these a few years ago with the OSHA Alliance. They're in order. They kind of flow pretty smoothly. It goes the introduction and overview into electrical safety, into fall protection, into hand tools, into human factors, etc., etc. They're all in here. You can keep scanning through all the pages. It goes through to J7 or something like that. Um, and any of these items that I've showed you, any of these links that you see, if you click on them, it brings up the document. And once it brings up the document, you can print the document, you can download the document, um, you know, you can email the document, whatever you need to do. The document is basically housed within the portal, and then all these documents are for your use. Anything in here you can download, use, print, email, anything you want to do with it. So just any of these documents pop up like this. Download it, print it. Okay, let's go back to the home page real quick. There's also a news section under the home page. It's kind of the top trending news items. There's not a whole lot under here right now because we just launched the portal. There's a little welcome to the safety portal. There's information about fire sprinkler in new homes in Vegas. Um, if you need additional information from the news archive, there is a little archive button down here. Obviously, there's only 2 items in there right now because we've just launched the portal. We've got our social media links. All the AFSA social media links are here. And then we've also got this little cutout right here. The quickest way to get OSHA information nowadays isn't RSS feeds, it's on their Twitter. So there's actually a little Twitter cutout right here that's been programmed in that has the OSHA Twitter handle. And it's just a good way to scan anytime you log in, scan through here, see what OSHA's up to. So that's the home page. I'll go ahead and click on the Browse tab next. There's different ways to browse. You can select the industry group, which is obviously American Fire Sprinkler Association. You can go through here. This has every item that's in the safety portal is under the industry group. So literally everything, all the toolbox talks, the CDC information, anything you can think of is all under here. And there's 44 pages worth of information. Obviously, that's a little overwhelming to sort through. You can also look by line of business. By line of business, what we're talking about is kind of the line of insurance coverage, really. So, the items in the safety portal that fall under automobile liability, there's all of them. The things that fall under general liability, there's all those items. The ones that fall under workers' comp, there's all those items. And then, of course, the key issues, electrical safety, ladder safety, those things are under here as well. If you're looking for something more specific, you can search more specifically. So you might want to be looking for forklift. You look up forklift, anything under the safety portal involving forklifts will pop up. Maybe you want to do a search on confined spaces. Anything in the safety portal about confined spaces pops up. Or maybe you've had a problem on the job site with theft. Anything about theft pops up. There's also a couple other nice tools that we added under here on this Solution Center. It's just links to the other information that might be valuable for our members. So there's an employment law guide, DOL employment law guide, just an extra link of resources. There's the small business toolbox from just takes you to the SBA website and all their resources under here. And then there's also injury statistics from the Department of Labor. It takes you to this page. Just some additional little nice things that we put in there, some additional information. The next tab is a links tab. There was a little small links section on the home page. If you click on any of those, it just brings you to this links tab. And these are just additional resources. If you're looking for something and you don't find it in the safety portal, we just try to give you some additional resources at your disposal that you could link to and you could look through. So there's some construction resources. There's fleet management resources. There's property and fire protection resources. There's additional safety resources. Just some additional information that can hopefully help you out. The next tab is the FAQ tab, and that's pretty self-explanatory. It's the frequently asked questions. If you have a simple question, most likely it'll be answered under here. Information about the safety portal, about your account settings, about how features work, and about what the usage is for the different bulletins, programs, checklists. The answer is anything under here is for use by our members. You download it, you print it, you email it, you do whatever you want with it. There's a couple more tabs down here at the bottom. You got the legal tab, obviously, always. Read through that if you'd like to. It's just basically the legal mumbo jumbo, just saying that we aren't gonna steal your information, yada yada. There's an About Us tab. It's about the safety portal. It was developed in conjunction with AFSA, with Blue River Underwriters and York Risk Services Group. So there's links to the websites for those companies. Obviously, the Contact Us tab. I am kind of the main contact, the main administrator for the portal. But if you fill out this information or you make a phone call, it won't always be me that'll answer, but it will be someone from the membership department, and we'll help you to resolve any issue that you're having. And then, of course, there's another link to the FAQ page. That's mostly it. The last thing I might point out is just up here, you select your industry. Well, the industry is American Fire Sprinkler Association, nothing to be done there. Y'all won't actually have an admin tab because you're not admins. Log out, obviously, self-explanatory, but there is this My Profile tab up here. And the main thing this is for is if you want to change your password. So you can go, you put in your current password right here, put in what you want your new password to be, you hit save, and that'll update your password. I would caution you about changing this information, particularly the email. If you change your email, once again, the system is based on your email, which is in our database. If you change this out, it might kick you out of the system, and then we gotta re-register you. So that's basically what I've got. Just a quick run through the portal. It's I think it's going to be a very useful resource for our members. I think there's a lot of valuable information. At this point, we're going to go ahead and move into the Q&A section. I'm going to leave the safety portal up and the screen sharing up in case there's something I can visually show y'all. But at this time, I want to have Mary Carmen Martinez. She's in our meetings department. She's going to read off any questions that might have come in.
Hi, Bradley. So far, we have not received any questions. Just a reminder, if you have any questions, please type them into the Q&A pod. I don't think anyone has any questions regarding the safety portal, Bradley. If you'd like, we can go ahead and move on to the next portion.
Hey, that's simple enough. Okay. That means everybody loves it.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get out of screen sharing. Okay, if y'all do have a question that pops up, something, you know, that you think about, just send me an email. It says by noon tomorrow, but obviously, I work for